My name is Jereme Sanders. I've been training parkour for 7.5 years now, since April of 2004. I teach parkour and I do live performances and videos and things like that. Most difficult thing with kind of filling my life with parkour is mostly been trying to find a way to do what I love and still kind of be able to survive in this society. For example, up until 2 months ago, I was homeless for the past year and a half, and that was just because most of my experience kind of in the real world is just through parkour performances and teaching and stuff like that. Since everything I was doing, spending my time with, wasn't really getting me, enough money to survive, I was just like forced to kind of do what I had to do, When I was homeless, I was lucky enough to be able to stay with friends for most of the time and just kind of bounce around from house to house. So it wasn't too bad. There was maybe like a week's worth of time in that span that I had to like actually be outside or anything like that. So it's not nearly as bad as it sounds, but it just kind of feels tiring. It makes you just like tired to have to like be moving around every day and then like figuring out where you're going to be staying and things like that. It varies a lot, especially and that's the thing. It's similar to like actors or something like that because it's on a job-to-job basis. So most of my income actually comes from performances, but that's still starting to ramp up a little bit, but it's few and far between. The gym is doing okay. Was doing really good in the summer, and I'm hoping now that I kind of start focusing on the business side of things that things will pick up with that. And then the only kind of sure income that I have month to month is that I do web administration work for AmericanParkour.com. So there's a little bit of leeway there. Some months are good, some months are not as good. I first saw parkour on TV. It was Ripley's Believe It or Not TV show, and they had like a video article on the original group that started parkour called the Yamakaze, and they were just talking about how they'll like pick a place in the city and then just try and move through it and express themselves. And one of the things that I'd always wanted to try and do is find out exactly what my body was capable of and find out where kind of my true limitations lied. But my only kind of real background before I started training was I did Japanese Jiu-Jitsu. I had been training it for I think 2.5 years at the time when I first saw parkour, and was like, I gotta start training this. So parkour's pretty much done everything for me. Without it, I honestly have no idea where I would be, because like 98% of my activities on a day-to-day basis are pretty much centered around parkour in some sort or fashion. It definitely, alongside with martial arts, helped me out a lot with confidence and physical strength and stuff like that. I was a real kind of skinny, shy kid. I didn't really talk too much. I was just like one of those like wallflowers that would just kind of be the loner in high school, just sitting, not talking to anybody. Brought me out of the country. I was able to go to Lebanon and India for parkour to do performances and stuff like that. And I've met some of the original kind of first generation guys that started training here in the US, and I've also met some of the really good original guys from France. So probably what takes up the majority of my time right now is the gym. I'm just trying to make it successful. I'm not a business major or anything like that, so just trying to pull from people that I know that have run successful businesses and stuff like that, and try and start to develop effective strategies for being able to at least keep the gym going and then not be homeless. I want to, at least for another decade, try and focus on performances and video shoots and things like that. And just because they're fun and I'm able to do them, they bring me all across the world. And what's better than being able to travel around and do what you love, And while doing that, I want to start slowly gaining more and more knowledge about kind of the business side of things of running a gym and stuff like that, and progress in that as much as I can as well, so that when, 15, 20 years down the road, when I am still training parkour but maybe not able to perform at a super high level, I'll still be able to teach and have a gym to pretty much be training and teaching parkour for the rest of my days,
Ooh, that was sexy.
Oh. That was worse.